This news update is brought to you by
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Friday, July the 25th, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Good evening. We begin with reaction to Owen Arthur's sudden resignation today. First to Arthur's former stomping ground, the Barbados Labour Party, where opposition leader Mia Motley maintains that the St. Peter representative is at a point in his career where he is entitled to make decisions in his best interest. In wishing him well, Motley says she hopes that Arthur will continue to make his services available to the country.
Even though he will no longer be sitting as a member of this party, we hope that in the spirit of national cooperation, he will work with us on issues as he will with others, just as we will work with any member of the Barbadian society towards the restoration of hope. As I said in my letter yesterday to Prime Minister Stewart, these are extraordinary times, and extraordinary times require of us courage and extraordinary action. Our traditional politics will not help us navigate these turbulent waters. I would personally like to thank Owen Arthur for the opportunity to have served with him as his deputy. On behalf of the members and officers of the Barbados Labour Party, we truly thank him for his service to the party and to his country, and wish him all of the very best.
And the ruling Democratic Labour Party, meantime, does not believe that Arthur's resignation will lead to a more united Barbados Labour Party. In fact, DLP General Secretary Donville Innes suggests that the BLP's troubles are far from over. He says even though Arthur has left the party, there are still many members who just won't support Mia Motley as opposition leader.
The resignation of Owen Arthur from the Barbados Labour Party must not be equated to the resignation of the Owen Arthur faction from the Barbados Labour Party. There are people who remain deeply in the bosom of the Barbados Labour Party, in Parliament and out of Parliament, who have never and will never take comfort in Ms. Motley's leadership of that institution, no matter what Ms. Motley does. So don't for 1 minute fool yourself that Owen Arthur's departure means that Ms. Motley will have clear sailing.
Also commenting on Arthur's resignation was political activist David Commercion, who describes the decision as a good move for the country's political climate.
His departure from the Barbados Labour Party, therefore, gives that party an opportunity to remove itself from the grip of a populist, conservative ideology and to explore its more traditional pre-1960s roots of laborism and social democracy.
In making the announcement this morning, the former Prime Minister listed a number of reasons for his decision to quit. He maintained that he could no longer be part of a party that had lost its soul and identity.
The Barbados Labour Party, if it's to have a pride in its own identity as an institution, must have a pride in the symbols that have defined it and differentiated it. Then people can be invited, therefore, to march, not behind the symbols of the Barbados Labour Party, but something to which is foreign to our nature. I say to you that it is no different than a nation repudiating its flag. And it cannot be part of an institution which so vandalizes and destroys its own heritage. So I've come to that point where, quite frankly, if I felt that there could be any useful purpose for me to be functioning in this institution and to be of positive benefit to the institution and to the country, I would not be doing what I'm doing today. You must believe me when I tell you that this is a difficult decision, this is a painful decision, but it is a necessary decision.
Arthur, who has led the BLP for about 17 years, says he will continue to serve his constituency as an independent member of the House of Parliament. But political scientist Tennyson Joseph says Arthur needs to give a more definitive statement on his reason for leaving, especially as it relates to opposition leader Mia Mottley.
If he's resigning from the party and he's sitting in the parliament as an MP and declaring himself not yet ready to quit politics, then it means that he is taking an action against Mia. Because one of the big questions to me is, what about her leadership would have led to his so categorical insistence that he cannot work under her, or that he cannot be led by her? In fact, it's a question I've asked before, and I think he has I genuinely believe that he has a responsibility to say what it is.
On a much lighter note now, Cohobblopot is on for next weekend. That's the word from Chief Executive Officer of the National Cultural Foundation, Cranston Brown, after weeks of speculation over the staging of the annual event. Brown declined to reveal how much the staging of the event would cost the NCF, but says sponsorship from old and new partners will see the event taking place on August the 3rd at Kensington Oval.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hey, I'm Charlie, the customer at Downstairs Only Alpha for Papa, the original Batman, capital O, small B, small F for short. You call me Alpha. This is the Nirvana experience. I am feeling perfect happiness, pure joy, and this is bliss, because Barbados today, in association with Wednesday 2000, presents Tales of Nirvana. Yes, listen to me. Why? Because Wednesday 2000, the band is Nirvana. This is Cohobblopot, the 2040 experience. And what they want you to do, if you believe that you know what Nirvana is, and you can get more Nirvana than me, you have more perfect happiness than me, more pure joy than me, more bliss than me, take a 60-second video, upload it to Tales of Nirvana at BarbadosToday.bb. Yes, and they will upload it to Facebook. People will like it or don't like it, but I know you want them to like it, and you can win 2 costumes for Wednesday 2014, which is Nirvana. This is Cohobblopot, the 2040 experience. Hey, for further information, log on to www.BarbadosToday.bb. You hear me? www.BarbadosToday.bb. Nirvana, Nirvana, Nirvana.
To news now from the region, it will take another 3 years before women priests can be ordained as bishops in the Caribbean. So says the Archdeacon of the Grenada Anglican Church, Christian Glasgow. Earlier this month, the Synod of the Church of England voted in favor of the move. But Archdeacon Glasgow says the Caribbean province of the West Indies has its own process to undergo before women in the region can serve in that post. And finally, on the international scene, Israel today rejected an international proposal for a ceasefire in its fight against Islamist militants in Gaza. According to reports, the government turned down the proposition tabled by U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. It maintained that changes needed to be made to the proposals because there were too much in favor of the Hamas. The militants, meanwhile, have yet to respond to the truce, which many hope will be in place before next weekend's Muslim festival. Over 800 Palestinians have died in the 18-day conflict. And on that note, we end our 6 p.m. Barbados Today update. We'll be back again on Monday at 7 a.m. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates. Also like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations for the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a great weekend.
This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.